All right, so today we have one of my very dear friends from my college life, Pete Brown. And y'all, let me tell you, Pete, when I be having creatives, everybody up here, trust they verified creative. But when I say that Pete has been a creative and a human that I've admired for a very long time, I've definitely appreciated him as a friend, as a creative, a man, a human, all of these things. Yes, it's very nice to have you. I definitely appreciate you coming through and having a conversation with me. And we're gonna start it off. We're gonna let I kind of told us a little bit about you, but you can tell us about you better than anybody else. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Pete?
Um, I'll start. Went to Central. We all fire up. Went to Central Michigan. I'm a advocate for Black people. Like anything Black, I support anything that we doing. I definitely Black creatives. I really support that space that we've been able to create over the past few years. Like just jumping out, taking our own, making our own strides, making our own paths and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am really getting trying to like come under one umbrella under what I do because I do so much stuff. So the top three things I would say I do is I like branding, I like marketing, and sales. So that's like my
Mm-hmm.
top three. If we had a fourth, it would definitely be traveling. I think I've become like a pro at traveling these days. Like I really love doing that more than anything because which is crazy. I get more work done traveling than I do at home because when I'm home it's so distractions. So I definitely think that traveling is one of my top gifts and skills that I have for sure. And I just like bringing people together. I'm all for the people, all for the community, and all for better progress for the Black people. Anything other than that, it's not that important. Like Black people to the world dies, honestly.
What do you think drives you in your creative aspirations?
Marketing, I think
Mm-hmm.
marketing because it allows me to use my degree for real the most, like and like visually depicted in marketing, like what I want people to feel or see when I do a photo shoot or when I do a marketing campaign or when I design something like whenever like I haven't had a chance to do a video in so long, and it's
Mm-hmm.
really because I don't like none of the videographers that's around. I really only want to work with Jawan from Central, but he lives in Chicago, so
He's
when I get
dope,
my
by
schedule
the
right,
way.
he's the he I'm telling you that boy gonna be he's gonna be like a fucking Grammy Oscar type director one day because
He's really dope, and he's really nice, by the way.
his skills are out cold, so his time is coming. I'm telling you, we're gonna be sitting back watching him blow up very soon. But um, when I'm like sitting down and I'm thinking about something, like I think about how does it look when I put it out there. When I make this art, all right. Next thing I'm thinking, where can I place it? Like with this hat says "God bless the
Hmm.
ghetto." Like
Hmm.
I placed it on the that's something to be on the back of something or on the front like the hat or like if I was to make a jean jacket up just like with the book make it fashion part. And then
Hmm.
I think, hey, how do I want to shoot this? And what I've been working on lately is I'm actually organizing a photo shoot to kind of like be like a fashion show since I can't really set up a huge one with all the time I have. So basically
Hmm.
the photo is gonna be like that. And that kind of like that marketing kind of drives me more to do stuff because it allows me to get like things I like. I like music. I like art. I like creativity. I like people bringing their own style to things. So it pushes me so much more to do things because I don't even care about selling the stuff. Sometimes it's like I wanted to create this piece of art. I really wanted to do this marketing campaign because
Hmm.
I just thought it would be fun. Like if you ever, it's this book called Grant by Grant Cardone. It's called the 10X Rule. So
Hmm.
basically it's like do everything you do basically with enthusiasm. Do it 10 times harder than you do anything else. So he had this part in the book where it's like you should always try stuff. If it's an idea you have, try it. Whether you fail or not, just look at it as doing something fun. If you've never
Hmm.
done it before, you have done it before, just make it a fun thing. So it's like if you do have success, it's a plus. If you fail, it's like, all right, I might not have got what I wanted, but it was fun. So like
Hmm.
looking at things like that definitely helped me push my creativity into like a next level, or actually just freaking finish a task or just finish something I started. Because being creative, like, and being creative with ADHD for real is definitely like crazy, because I will start something, I don't like how it's coming out, so I'm gonna put this to the side. Now I'm gonna start 10 other things, and then I'll come
Mhm.
back maybe a day later, 6 months later, a couple years later back to this. I'm like, all right, I'm about to finish this project, and when I finally finish, because I don't like putting out nothing that I don't know is gonna be a hit. If it's not a hit, I'm not gonna deal with it, mess around with it, because it's just, I want my stuff to be perceived. And I want people to enjoy it. So if I
Mhm.
feel like it's not something that's gonna be enjoyed by the people, and it's like, no, we gotta go back to the drawing board. I do more for it, and I can't market it if I don't feel it. Like, if I don't feel it myself, I'm not gonna market it well. Like, I've had so much stuff, like, especially making clothes. I had so much stuff where my manufacturers would destroy the design or not make it quality enough, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm not pushing this out to the public. Like, there's no way. Like, but that also can be a double-edged sword sometimes, because things I like, everybody might not like. So
Right.
that's really where I have learned that I need to start expanding to get my creative team going, because it's like, you might have a different creative style, you might have a different style, my style. Now, if we put all these styles together, we can reach cover all aspects. You know what I'm saying? And it
Mhm.
helps us definitely support what we support, and it helps us, like, market things a lot better and make sure we reaching all the different spectrums that we want. So it's it's a lot to go into that, but definitely, if you don't believe in yourself, then why the hell would anybody else want to even spend $1 with look your way, listen to you for anything?
When you have a team set up and you have those people all in one place, they can kind of cover maybe your blind spots, because it's gonna be stuff you can't see. It's gonna be stuff like, or even when we go back to having the traveling conversation, it's certain customs and stuff you just don't know. It's certain things you don't have that appreciation for, because you don't realize that's something. But you could be coming up with a slogan, but then that could be offensive to somebody, or that could be whatever to somebody else, or I could just be like, I don't. I know right now you're on a creative art doing the God bless the ghetto stuff, but somebody might find that potentially, like, I ain't getting have a negative connotation to that as well. But I do think that it's important to understand, like, that's why it's important to understand the creative, which is why I wanted to create this space for people to talk to.
I would definitely say, even I never had nobody personally come out and say they were offended by the ghetto, but so when I travel, I
Hmm.
always wear something that says ghetto. Because
Hmm.
especially if I'm flying first class or something, I wear my ghetto shirts loud and proud, because it's like, we ain't even supposed to be in first class. Not even supposed to be flying like this so close, y'all. And people just, like, I remember we was flying to Italy, and I had my hoodie on. People just kept looking over like, who's this young nigga in this ghetto? Who is he? Is he a rapper? So I'm like, no, actually, I work for this airline, so I'm actually flying free while y'all paying all this money. I'm actually, like, enjoying a free catering right now. So
Right.
I can definitely
In
like,
my own fashion, by the way.
yeah, like, I'm in my own brain. I'm living, and I'm doing things that we don't get to do. And for me, I like to use those type of things to inspire other black people to feel comfortable. Like, I've seen black people just, like, kind of simmer themselves down because they don't want to offend the other people in their own. Like, man, like, fuck that, you here. Like,
Yeah.
they they better get to know you and deal with who you is as a person. Like, and I get you got to be some ways to close certain deals or do some stuff, but, like, I never like conforming to that type of stuff, because that's how you always gonna have to be once you get what you're trying to go for. So if you're not your true self, then you're selling out to something that is gonna get exhausting to uphold as you go further and deeper into this relationship. So this, and they see me and they want to do business with me as I'm showing myself, my natural creative self, and who I am. Then it makes it so much easier for me, because it's like, all right, I know as I go on, I may have to adapt and change some things, but for the most part, they know who I am. So if I do something, it's not going to be like, holy shit, you're scaring us with your blackness, or, like, it's just, I don't like dealing with that, because I've been in so many situations where it's like, all right, I got here, but now I want to kind of, like, bring a little bit of me and introduce a little bit of me, and it's like, oh no, we're not ready for that. Like, nah, you gotta. We deal with you when you get your mind right. Like, no, like this is who I am. So it's like I don't like those type of events. So I'm always about, like I said, I'm always about promoting us, promoting myself, and being proud about where I come from.
What's the point of getting into these rooms if you can't be Pete or you can't be Briana in these rooms? I don't get it.
One of my
Why would I
favorite
want to
people.
be there?
One of my favorite people that's like great at this is Gucci, because
Hmm.
we all know how he is, and we've all seen his whole rise and fall and rise again. And
That's true.
he got all these deals. Like when I seen him, when I went to Italy and I seen getting in the airport and I saw a whole Gucci billboard, like Gucci for Gucci, I was just like, people probably just thinking like, oh, this is a cool rapper. I'm like, bro, if you watch this nigga from his career from day one, like this is huge. Like that is the ultimate success sign. Like I stayed true to myself, and I got I did everything I was supposed to do without losing
Yeah.
myself, and I'm the damn mascot for Gucci for this season. Like to me, I was like, man, that's the hardest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like
No, I think
that's
that that's dope. Now they want you to sell their stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like the tables turn almost in that way. I always love I'm gonna be me until you feel me situation. He's like, I'm gonna make you feel me because I'm gonna do it so authentically and so true to myself. But I think one of the best representations of Gucci Mane going into space fully Gucci Mane was that verses with him and Jeezy because that junk it was like, ooh, he did not
and that was
care.
like
He
a lot of
was
people
him
like
though.
don't understand that was like a very mature side of him, because there's no way in a million years that could have happened 5 years ago. No way we could have got that 10 years ago. He probably would have
Certainly
shot
not
that.
10. I was like, certainly not 10.
He probably would have shot that man on stage. They probably would have shot each other. Like it would have been so much going on. Like for anybody, like even I knew Gucci had made a complete turnaround, because my dad was telling me like, have you read this book? I'm like, yeah. Have you read this book? Like, what you mean? I've been read this book. I'm like, that's kind of crazy, because you reaching levels of a person. My dad's never listened to no Gucci songs or nothing like that. But he read the
Right.
book, and he was like, no. We watched the verses, and he was like, man, that boy right there, that's a good. That's an artist right there. I'm like, that's crazy that you even say that. I've never heard you listen to none of his music. Like that's so motivating. Like if you really get your head on straight and focus on what you know you are, and get like live up to that potential that you know you have, you don't have to change nothing about yourself. That's why I
That's
like the
true.
people that stay true to themselves, because I'm just like, one thing is America is for all of us, even though they like to make us not. It's the land of the free. We got the same rights that everybody else got. We supposed to have the same rights that everybody else got. So, like people like Gucci and 50 do the things that the other people are getting away with, it inspires me to keep going, because it's like if you good at what you do, you can do it.